So we now have confirmed information. Apple is working on another update for the iPhone before their next major release, iOS 26.5. Apple is now actively working on iOS 26.4.2. This will be a minor software update set to be coming to the iPhone here shortly to address several bugs and issues within iOS 26.4.1. Now I wanted to get on here quickly to talk about when we can expect this software update to be released and what are some of the issues that Apple could be addressing with this next minor update, but yet very important one. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So both Mac Rumors and 9to5Mac, according to their website analytics logs, Apple engineers are currently and actively testing this next software update, iOS 26.4.2. Now, oftentimes when Apple is testing this software update, we see the release a week or two afterwards. Again, we'll talk about the expected release date here shortly, but I want to talk about some of the bugs and issues that Apple could be addressing with the next minor update coming to the iPhone. Again, minor update, but also very important. And number one, I want to talk about CarPlay. It appears that many users continue to report CarPlay connectivity issues with the latest iOS 26.4.1. Although it's not confirmed information, it appears that Apple could be addressing some issues with CarPlay and CarPlay connection issues with this next iOS 26.4.2. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is battery life, because it appears that after the release of iOS 26.4 and even 26.4.1, many users continue to report battery drain on their iPhone. Now, I have to say, on this iPhone 15 Pro Max, battery has been excellent. I get anywhere from 7.5 to, in some cases, close to 8 hours of on-screen time. I'm a heavy user, and it feels like battery life is just going to be one of those things that some users are going to be impacted and some users not so much. So hopefully with iOS 26.4.2, we'll see improvements in battery life as well. Now, I've also heard multiple reports of Wi-Fi connection issues within the latest iOS 26.4.1. Now, I'm happy to report that based on my testing, I haven't had any Wi-Fi connection issues on this latest iOS 26.4.1 on the iPhone 15 Pro Max or 16 Pro Max, including the 17 Pro Max running the latest iOS 26.5 betas. So no Wi-Fi issues to report here on my end. But again, some users continue to report Wi-Fi reliability and connection issues. If you're having any Wi-Fi issues, let me know in those comments down below. Now, one thing to mention is that obviously these minor software updates also include security patches. So you can rest assured that iOS 26.4.2 will also add additional security patches for the iPhone with this next update. So CarPlay issues, battery issues, Wi-Fi issues, and security patches will most likely be the reason for iOS 26.4.1, which brings me to the final topic. When will Apple release this new software update? Now, one thing to note, although Apple is officially working on iOS 26.4.2, they could scrap the plans altogether and not release a software update and then pack everything into their next major release, 26.5, instead of iOS 26.4.2. They've done this in the past. However, if Apple does move forward with this minor update before releasing 26.5, we can expect the software to release anytime now. Perhaps even by the time you watch this video, the software could be out. Up to you guys in the description down below. Make sure you read that just in case the software is out by the time you watch this. But again, iOS 26.4.2, if Apple decides to move forward, sometime this week or next week could be the release date. I'm thinking at the latest next week on Monday or Tuesday. And then, of course, Apple will continue testing iOS 26.5, releasing that towards mid to late May. So I'll keep you guys posted. Again, the software update is imminent at this point if Apple decides to move forward. If not, all the patches and security issues as well as bug fixes could be sent over to 26.5 and released later next month. Let me know what you think about this update. Are you looking forward to this one? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys